G'day folks, welcome to the latest instalment of the Brothers Weekly Wrap. Now this week we come to you following a huge weekend. Over the weekend was the annual reunion weekend where we have many former players travel from all around the country to get along to our home games against Kangaroos. The proceedings kicked off on Friday night with our 100 Club fundraiser. Unfortunately, I'm not a couple of grand richer, but one lucky person is. And provided the background for what really was a fantastic opportunity for a lot of guys to catch up over a few cold ones and set themselves for what ended up being a pretty big weekend. On Saturday, huge day of footy down at Stan Williams Park when we got underway with our Super Saturday. All our junior grades minus the under 16s were able to take part in the Super Saturday, under 6s all the way through to under 15s, with a lot of good positive results for the club as well through the juniors. It was fantastic to see. And then that led into the seniors, where we took on Kangaroos in 4 grades. The seniors matches didn't get off to the greatest of starts, although it was a very entertaining game of football. Unfortunately, we were pipped at the post with a couple of late tries from Kangaroos. They were persistent all the way through, and it looked as though that we're going to score the upset against one of the real top sides in the second division competition. But unfortunately, we just could not quite hold them out. And as I mentioned, there's plenty of great footy that was put on show for those that were there early. That led into a little bit of a reversal. We actually had reserve grade then play. That was another fairly entertaining game where we were able to just hold on for 32-30 win. It's a nice tight win, but given the number of players that are unavailable for reserve grade, it was actually quite a pleasing result to be able to hold on for that victory. And that win keeps our reserve grade side on top of the ladder, which is also a fantastic thing to see. Following reserve grade, our under 18s took the field. Give those guys an opportunity to play in front of a healthier crowd, a few more people, and it gave the opportunity for a lot of the A-grade side to have a look at the young up-and-comers and the future of the club, which was fantastic. And the boys responded in style. They were able to secure a nice, healthy 52 points to 10 win, which I know really pleased Coach Bobby Berg. They had a pretty big meeting on the Tuesday of last week where they basically outlined their hopes and dreams for season 2015, and Saturday night they took a really big step towards starting to achieve some of those. So if they play the way they did on Saturday, it's going to take one hell of a football side to be able to stop them. So congratulations to the guys, and they certainly did celebrate in style. President Paul Fowler actually made the comment later that evening that for all of his time at the club, he's never heard the club victory song sung with as much gusto as what it was there on Saturday night. So congratulations, boys, and keep up the good work. The A-grade game was a real danger game for our side. We've got a mountain of injuries and work commitments. We had 15 of our A-grade squad unavailable for the game. So it was, as I said, a real danger game. We're going to come up against a dangerous Roos outfit that had a little bit of momentum, having won their last few games. But coinciding with our reunion weekend, there was a lot for our guys to play for as well also. The tunnel leading out onto the field, my pal Morshu made the comment that he can't remember the last time that his heart was beating so much, the feeling that helped generate. So that was fantastic for us to see, and my Pally's heart racing certainly led to a great performance from him. He was excellent on the weekend, crossing the stripe 4 times. Very unlucky to have his 5th overruled right on full time, and he was fairly ably supported out wide by Aaron Gulligo as well. Aaron's been excellent the last few weeks, but all of those guys, they couldn't do it without the work through the middle of the field, and our forward pack's been outstanding for the last month, and I'll really take my hat off to the performances of the boys. It's fantastic to see Matty Bond be named the LD Total Cairns District Rugby League Player of the Round for his performance on the weekend. But right on Matty's heels were Benny Shell and Darren Schoenig, Jolie Reithmuller, Corey Child. The list goes on, Bobby Benyon. All of our big guys through the middle of the park, they've been outstanding, and we'll certainly be looking to them to repeat that performance this weekend against Suburbs. As we mentioned earlier, it was our brothers' reunion weekend, so that saw a lot of past players travel from all around the country to be at the game over the weekend. And I know our playing group were certainly keen to make sure that we put on a good performance in front of those that had bled for the jersey and won premierships in the years gone by as well. Glad to say that that was the case, and we were able to secure a pretty handy 44 points to 18 win against our arch nemesis, and a side that come into the game with a fair bit of momentum behind them as well. Kangaroos, they can put anyone to the sword on their day, and fortunately for us, they were a little bit off on Saturday night and we were able to secure a pretty healthy win. The wins for those grades over the weekend sees the under-18s, the reserve grade side and the A-grade side sit on top of their respective ladders, which is fantastic to see. I know with A-grade though, we've certainly got a couple of very strong sides snapping at our heels, and any slip-ups between here and the end of the season will see us tumble back down the ladder. We begin this weekend with a trip down to Gordonvale to take on Southern Suburbs. Suburbs are certainly going to be a difficult side to beat. They were able to overcome Ivanhoe's last weekend despite playing 70 minutes with only 12 men, and being back at home dressed in their heritage jersey and having a big healthy vocal crowd on hand is going to mean that it's going to be no easy feat for us, and we're expecting to go down there ready for a fair ding-dong of a battle. So until next week, go the fish.